Hey you guys, so I thought today we would do a drugstore makeup tutorial. I have quite a few things in here that are drugstore related that I feel like we could do a pretty good tutorial using a lot of these products, and some of them are actually from my drugstore haul. I'm really trying to kick through some of these tutorials because I have a lot of stuff that I wanted to test out, and I figured you guys had asked me what my thoughts were on them as well, so we're going to go ahead and try them out together. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Steph. I do upload every day, and if you guys are wanting to hang out with me for a little bit, let's go ahead and get diving into this tutorial then. So let's start off with primer. I did just recently pick up the Matte Putty primer by e.l.f. Cosmetics. They just came out with this one. I've already tested this once. I actually tested it yesterday. Although I feel like with primers, I feel like you really need to test it out, you know, really good a few times before you can say whether or not you like it. I feel like you do have to blend it in because the consistency is pretty white. So I feel like it lightened my skin just a little bit. But we're going to put it right here. I'm actually not going to put it on my nose. Normally I would, but what I have found is that certain primers, especially like pore filling primers, tend to break up my foundation on my nose. So I've been trying to stay away from putting that on my nose and then putting something a little bit more hydrating on my nose. There is this new Wet n Wild Primer Serum. This is a hydrating primer serum. Wet n Wild sent over a PR box with their new foundation, which is their Wet n Wild PHOTOFOCUS foundation, but this one's the dewy finish. We'll get to that in a second, but it's a hydrating water-based serum formulated with rose water and green tea extract, which is supposed to nourish and prep the skin for extended makeup wear. I'm gonna put this on the center of my forehead, and I'm also gonna put this on my nose and my chin, because yesterday I noticed that my chin was very dry. That actually dried pretty quickly, which is nice. And we're actually gonna go in with two foundations. Wet n Wild sent over their new PHOTOFOCUS foundations in the dewy finish. I am combo skin, so I do not really care for dewy foundations at all because I know what's going to happen throughout the day. Although I'm super appreciative that they sent it over and stuff, I do feel like right now in the wintertime, this is the best time to try it. Now, because it is super dewy, I don't want to go in with it alone. So I thought that I would combine it with the Revlon COLORSTAY. This is the 24-hour one. I'm going to combine it with this one because this is really more on the full coverage side, and the shade does not match me like by itself, so I feel like maybe combining it and get a good shade, maybe thin it out a little bit and see how it wears. Oh, it might actually work. I'm definitely more yellow tone though, so I have tried the PHOTOFOCUS. They came out with it. I tried it. It did not hold up well on my skin. It hated my skin. So I stopped using it. Tried it again because so many people were raving about it, and I was like, all right, there is obviously something wrong with me. And sure enough, again, it just wasn't working for me. So guys, look at my hairline. It's like receding right there. I know you guys are probably like, Steph, it's been receding, but like now I just can't stop staring at it. You know, hydrating might be like my best option today when I think about it, just because my skin has been feeling a little dry lately. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, this isn't new, but this is just the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer, and this one does have hyaluronic acid. I'm not gonna highlight the center of my forehead just because I've got two little pimples right there and I don't want to accentuate it. Okay, I don't have anything new for powder, so let me go ahead and powder up my skin and I will be right back. We're going to go ahead and finish up with the base before we move into the eyes. For the bronzer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the Sunkissed Forever Sun-Kissed. I can't get enough of this powder, and I've only used it once. Like, I literally tried it on the first time, and I was like, in my video, my Norvina video that I did used a Norvina palette, I could not believe how much I loved it. I think it's just because it's so soft and there's like nothing crazy to it, you know, like it's not orange, it's not like red or anything. It's just really soft and gentle. See how beautiful it is? Why have I been sleeping on this bronzer? All right, so for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Isn't It Peachy palette. This is by Makeup Obsession. I'm gonna take this shade at the very end right here. I actually featured this. This was part of my Makeup Obsession, where I tested that brand just by itself. So if you guys haven't seen it, it did go up last week, and there were some bomb products, and this is one of them. Finish off, let's do the eyes before we move into highlight. I don't know if I want to do, I kind of am in the mood to do an all matte look, like a nice crisp matte look, you know, browns and stuff on the lid with a little bit of winged liner, and then maybe taking some of the greens on the lower lash line. What do you guys think? I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's try out these shades from the MILANI palette. This is the Most Wanted palette. I'm going to start off with this shade because I want to stick more to true brown. So I'm going to start off with this shade first. My eyes are feeling a little bit better, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a wing liner today. All right, nothing crazy. It just deepened up my crease just a little bit. Let's take a combination of these two shades right here. This one and this one. They're very soft, I'm noticing. These shadows are very, very, very soft. Don't worry about the edges. We're going to clean it all up. The shadows itself are kind of powdery, so it makes it a little bit difficult to build the color. So let's take the darkest shadow in this palette, and I'm running this with an R39 from Morphe, and I'm going to start defining the crease. Just find that these shadows are a little bit powdery, so you have to kind of work in slow motions. I am taking a little bit on the lid too because I do want it to be a gradient effect on my lid as well. So feel free to take it on your lid and kind of brush it outward. So I'm finding that the best way to work with this is to pack it on the lid first and then blend out the edges. I'm just going to take that same brush, dust off any excess I have, and then just kind of work everything on the inside and blend it. Let's take a brush, and it can just be a fluffy brush. You don't have to, it doesn't have to have any spritz, but we just want to brighten that inner corner. So I'm going to dive into this cream shade right here, and I'm just going to put it right on the inner corner, like that, just to brighten it up. It doesn't have to be super intense or anything. You're just simply there to open up the inner corner of the eyes. Like that. There we go. And then you could just take your same brush that you used and just kind of tap it to blend it out like that. I like the palette so far. I'm only concerned is I'm wondering, because it's so, like, not super powdery, but it's just so soft, if the shades are going to fade away after a while. That's my only concern. To begin, we're going to take that chocolate brown and run that pressed up against our lash line. I'm going to take a small flat definer brush, a little bit of a chubbier brush, and I'm just going to take this green and blend out that shade. This comes off like a grayish. I think if you had a white base on the bottom, this would pop a little bit more, but I'm okay with it. I like how it's a little bit more muted. It's kind of like a camo green when it goes on the eye. I do not have a new liquid liner to try out, so I'm just going to go in with the NYX That's the Point Hella Fine eyeliner, and I'm just going to create a really small wing. And I like this one because I feel like it's really thin, it's really small, and it's very, very precise. All right, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara and some lashes. I did put on my lashes, and then for a lip liner, I just went in with the ColourPop. This is the lip liner in Taurus. I don't know if they still make this. I've had that forever. But to finish off the lips, I don't have anything drugstore that's new besides this here, which is the Revlon lipstick in Untold Stories. And this is the same lipstick that I used in my last video because I fell in love with it, you guys. Like, it's so beautiful. Just like that. And then I'm just going to go in and fade that lip liner in a little bit better. So for highlighter, before we finish off, I do have a few highlights to test out. I have the Revlon Skinlights right here to test out. Or we have, oh, I have 3. So I have Revlon Skinlights. This is actually a bronzer, so I'm going to hold off on that. Or we have the MILANI. I kind of want to go in with the Skinlights, don't you? Like, I don't know. I've heard really good things about them. So I think the Skinlights is what I want to do. So I have 2 shades. This is the shade that I bought, which is Daybreak Glimmer, which is more of like a white gold shade. And the one that they sent me is in Twilight Gleam, which is just a little bit darker. Daybreak Gleam right here at the top. It kind of is a little too dark for me. It's kind of like a deep bronze. I don't think that's going to look good on me. I think this is going to be the one. And then there's the more white gold shade. So I think I'm going to go in with that one. That is beaming though, am I right? Wow, that's intense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just set everything with the Makeup Obsession Fix It, Fix. All right, let me go ahead and brush my hair and straighten it really quickly and put some volume into it, and I will be right back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and complete the look just by going over some of the products that I tested out in today's video. About it. As far as like the foundation goes, I'm a little bit nervous because it's already starting to break up on me, and I'm supposed to wear this for a full day. But like combining the 2 foundations together, my skin doesn't feel super luminous, nor does it feel super drying. Like, it feels hydrated and stuff. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, I hope you guys will subscribe, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.